What's going on, Chemical Guys family? I hope you're doing well, and thanks so much for tuning in for today's episode of Detail Garage. By the title, you can tell we're doing something a little bit different. We're going to go over our top 5 detailing tips, tricks, or hacks, or whatever you want to call it, on how to keep your interior looking its best. So this Veloster, we've already detailed the inside of it, and now we're just going over the things that may have been missed or overlooked, or those common areas that we just tend to forget. So starting off with one thing that always looks kind of gross in any kind of vehicle, and that's going to be your gas pedal, your brake pedal. It could be your clutch or your footrest. And this is an area where your shoes track in dirt. It can be, any kind of thing from your feet, and then it just stains the black plastic, or in the case of this vehicle where it has this aluminized surface. I'm going to show you how to quickly remove that and make it look its best. So in this bottle here we have Nonsense, which we've diluted 8:1, which is our general cleaning. And we've already cleaned the floor, so to prevent any kind of messes, we're going to leave a towel underneath it and just spray the surface of the brake pedal itself, and also the brush that we're using. This is an interior soft detailing brush. We're just going to gently scrub the surface to lift off any kind of mud or grease or caked on messes. And you can also clean the kick panels or any kind of scuffs that might have happened on the door. Like you can see there's little scuffs around the area that your feet are tend to be at. But what's great about Nonsense is all this is going to do is clean the surface. It doesn't add any kind of coating or anything that would make it slippery, so you're not going to have a dangerous situation where you could slip off the brake pedal. Simply cleans it, making the overall detail look its best. And just take a clean microfiber towel and wipe off any of the spent product in excess. And already it looks a lot better. And that's a detail you can be proud of. Now that the intricate areas like the brake pedal and all that kind of assembly is nice and clean, we're going to move on to our second hack, which is the door sill and also the rubber that surrounds the door. This is an area that, even though we clean our door jambs, we tend to miss this and also forget about it, that it's still a piece of rubber that needs to be treated. So we're going to use our VRP, which is a dressing that's safe for your vinyl, rubber, and plastic for the interior and exterior of your vehicle. It's water-based, so it's not going to leave a greasy finish. It'll actually be dry to the touch, which means it's not going to attract or collect any kind of dust. Simply shake up the bottle. And we're going to use a UFO applicator pad, which is made of this foam dense material. And we're just going to add a little bit to the applicator. And then we're going to start spreading it around. You can also work it into the applicator so you don't have a heavy glob in one area. This will also help you spread an even coat. And this is safe for any vinyl, rubber, and plastic to give it a little bit of a deeper gloss. But more importantly, this is going to add a layer of protection. And I don't know about a lot of you guys, but on the older vehicles, as you come into driveways or as the body flexes, you get an annoying little squeak. This is a great way to help reduce some of that, because the door seals tend to loosen up or get weakened over time as the vehicle gets older. So this will help to rejuvenate it and also help it last as long as possible. And you can also use this on the inside plastics. Like I was mentioning, it's safe for interior and exterior vinyl, rubber, and plastic. This will just give you that durable layer protection against harmful UV rays, but it also makes it difficult for dust and any kind of grime to stick to the surface. And again, it's going to make it look its best for as long as possible. Hack number 3 is going to be cleaning the crevices such as your air vents or any kind of speakers that may be around the vehicle that collect a lot of dust. Even though you wipe down your dashboard, your steering wheel, and all the tiny areas, there's always mist areas that you can't really get into with a towel or an applicator. So using the smallest of the all-in-details brush, you can just gently work out any kind of dust or buildup that accumulates inside of the crevices of your vents or any small, hard-to-reach areas. And you can use this wet or dry. Using it dry just helps to knock it all down. Anything you may have missed. And this is also something that a lot of people do while you're sitting there in traffic, or maybe you're waiting for your shift to start. Something I used to do a lot, where you just sit outside in your car and just detail it. And this would be super easy to use without having to break any kind of chemicals. Just gently wipe it away, and you're ready to go. A lot of people ask us, what's the best way to clean your interior glass? Now, it's common that you get fingerprints or smudges or just residue on the inside of the windshield, and it's hard to do it from the driver's seat. So what we recommend doing is sitting in the passenger seat, and you can turn your hand upside down to get all the way to the bottom of the windshield. But this is going to be the easiest way to clean the glass without fighting the steering wheel or your center console or anything like that. But to control some overspray, we're just going to use some streak-free glass cleaner. Spray it directly onto a blue microfiber towel, which we've designated for our interior jobs, such as glass. And you can work in a crosshatch pattern, meaning that you can use alternating directions for interior and exterior. This way, in case you have a streak or you missed an area, you can tell which side of the glass it's on. And then simply fold the towel over and then buff off any of the excess, any streaks. And the same thing goes for the driver's side of the glass. Simply reach over rather than fighting the steering wheel or anything in your way. With your hand turned upside down or as close to upside down as you can get it, you can get all the way to the bottom of the glass where it gets to that tight wedge. And then we'll just buff off any streaks. Want to know a really neglected area? In your visors. You got some grease and fingerprints in there. Maybe some flossing residue. Simply wipe it away. Look at me. Nice, huh? Now our hack number 5 is how to make your air fresheners last as long as possible. In the inside of your vehicle, it attracts a lot of things, and also when you roll around with your windows down, it tends to kill the longevity of your air freshener. But the best way to pull it through the entire vehicle and also make it last as long as possible is to, 1, spray your soft surfaces such as your carpet and floor mats. You can do this on the driver's side, the passenger side, underneath the seats, as well as in the back seat, but also to get it to pull through your cooling system, turn your AC on to recirculate and then on to max cold. And then on most vehicles, it pulls it through the passenger footwell, and this is also where your cabin filter's at. So if you have a stinky interior, it could be that you have a bad cabin filter, which is something you might want to check. But this is going to pull it through all of that. This way you can have your car smelling as best as possible, nice and fresh, using our new hot glazed buns. This will give you that nice warm aroma of your favorite dessert. And this is just going to make your car smell better overall. So guys, if you enjoyed today's video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. Drop your comments down below for any future videos or any tips you guys have that would help us or anything else in the detailing community. If you guys want to check out these products, head over to our website, chemicalguys.com, or to your local detail garage, and we'll see you guys next time.